If you are catching this on Monday, September 22nd, great. If not, that's okay too. It's never too late for mindfulness. But September 22nd is a special day. It's our equinox. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's your spring equinox. And my page is kind of new this year. I didn't do a spring equinox video this year, so you'll have to wait till next year. But if you're in the northern hemisphere with me, this is our autumn equinox. And that's what I want to talk about today. Hello and welcome to Torches, Yoga and Mindfulness. I'm Lauren and I'll be your coach. The autumn equinox is the moment when day and night are equal and nature itself pauses at a perfect balance. For centuries, cultures all over the world marked this turning point. Many people observed rituals to honor the balance of light and dark, the cycles of the year, and transitions from the harvest season into the quieter months ahead. In ancient Greece, the autumn equinox marked the return of Persephone to the underworld, signaling the onset of autumn. This mythological event was central to the Eleusinian these mysteries that were religious rites held in honor of Demeter and Persephone. These mysteries, which included secretive rituals and intentions, celebrated themes of life, death, and rebirth, aligning with the seasonal change and the balance of light and dark. The ancient Egyptians celebrated the autumn equinox through the Festival of the Two Lands, and it was a ritual honoring the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt. This festival was associated with the goddess Ma'at, symbolizing truth, balance, and cosmic order. Rituals during this time involved offerings, reflecting the Egyptians' deep reverence for balance and harmony in both the cosmos and in society. But what about those countries maybe that sit right on the line of the equator, you may ask? And I'm so glad you asked. Cultures near the equator, like those in the Congo, experience nearly equal day and night throughout the year. While specific equinox celebrations may not be prevalent, these societies often engage in rituals that emphasize balance and harmony with nature. For instance, the Yam Festival in the Equator Province is a significant event where communities express gratitude for the yam harvest, reflecting themes of abundance and balance. As we can see, the equinox isn't just about the sun and the seasons. It's an invitation for us to pause, reflect, and align ourselves with the natural rhythms of life. So, today I have for you some mindful practices, reflections, and small ways to carry this balance into our own lives. This special day can help remind us the balance is possible. So let's take a moment to reflect on our own inner balance. If you're in a safe space to do so, where you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes, maybe just soften your gaze, and consider these. Where am I leaning too heavily in one area of life? Are you pouring too much of your energy into work, relationships, responsibilities? Where do I need more rest, attention, or space? Take a slow, deep breath in and release. Imagine the balance of day and night as a mirror for your own life. Feel it in your body. Notice where tensions or unevenness resides, and allow yourself to gently acknowledge it without judgment. If it feels right, maybe speak to the area of tension and let it know it's been hard, and invite it to release just 10%. Take another deep inhale and let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. If you closed your eyes, go ahead and flutter them back open. Quick practice, that's all it takes. I would definitely encourage you to journal what came up for you while taking a moment to consider these. Even if nothing came up, write about that. Now let's take a moment to feel balance in our bodies as a whole. If you'd like, you can stand up. I'm going to do it seated in a seated mountain pose, and you can do the same if you're in a chair. Just find your seated mountain pose. Let me grab my regular chair. I'll be right back. Okay, now this really does work better. Better for you to connect with yourself, better for you to connect with the balance and to feel all the different sensations. It does work better if you're standing, but y'all know, y'all have heard me go on about how distance and space, I just don't have it to quite accommodate any standing instruction. So I'm going to show you seated in my seated mountain pose. And to find our seated mountain pose, we're not going to sit back in a chair. We're going to kind of sit near the front of it on the edge, but where we're still stable. Our knees are going to come straight out from our hip points, and our ankles are going to be stacked right underneath our knees. You can choose to keep your hands planted down, palms down on your knees, on your hips, or just anywhere you'd like, really. Something centered balance where they're both kind of symmetrical. Okay. Take a moment here with your feet hip width apart, feeling the ground and support beneath you. Imagine your roots extending deep down into the earth. Now gently shift your weight onto the right foot or hip. Notice how it feels to be supported entirely on one side, maybe a little wobbly, unsteady, but breathe into it for a moment. Then slowly shift your weight to the left. Feel how that side holds you, noticing any differences between them. Now come back to center. Both feet are hips evenly grounded, squared to the front. Imagine the balance of day and night meeting right here in your body. Let your hands rest at your heart center, and inhale. Imagine drawing in the light of the day. With your exhale, release calm in the expanse of night. Take 3 breaths like this, honoring the light and dark. Effort and rest. Inhale, draw in the light. Exhale, release into the calm. Honoring both the light and dark, the effort and rest, the balance that holds all of life together. Okay, friend, if you closed your eyes, go ahead and open them back up. If you stood, feel free to move back to how you were. I'm going to get back in on my meditation cushion. So, ancient equinox rituals often included layers of gratitude and letting go, acknowledging what has been harvested and releasing what no longer serves. Let's do that, but in a modern, mindful way. Maybe grab a journal again or simply breathe into this awareness. Ask yourself, what habits, thoughts, or patterns no longer serve me? What am I ready to release as we move into the darker months ahead? With each exhale, imagine letting go of these things. Notice if there's relief, space created, and offer yourself gratitude for the growth and the lessons of the season. Tell yourself, thank you for showing up. Thank you for getting us here. If you find you closed your eyes in the moment of introspection, go ahead and open them back up and come to the space with me for our next equinox practice. So the ancients often connected with Earth using food, herbs, or fire to mark the equinox. You don't need anything fancy, but maybe invite over a few friends or family for a low-key night around the grill or fire pit, or just have a quiet night to yourself. Spend some time outside. Bonus points if you can do it so barefoot. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice the crispness of the air, the smell of the season, the sound of rustling leaves. Since the scorching heat is backed off, maybe you'd like to go for a mindful walk on this equinox. Take it nice and slow and intentional as a walking meditation. Stay present for each step. Notice how your body feels walking down the path or street. Notice the rhythm of your step, your breath. Notice how the season feels in your body. Consider, where is your energy aligned? Where is it shifting? Just observe. No need to change anything yet. Just listen to your body and the environment. All right, there's an interesting fact. As the days shorten and the light changes, our circadian rhythm naturally shifts too. And that can impact our mood, our energy, our focus. So, mindfulness practices like grounding breathwork and reflection help us to navigate these seasonal changes with awareness instead of resistance. A small practice like stepping outside in the morning for a few minutes of sunlight or taking a mindful pause during your day. These can support your rhythm and your sense of balance. I think a clinical psychologist named Stephen Hickman said it really well. Things tend to turn out best when we don't cling too tightly. All right, friend, before I sign off today and you get too deep into journaling, let's take a few grounding breaths together. Either in a comfortable seated or standing position, let your spine grow tall, straight but not rigid. If you would like to, you can close your eyes to better connect inward. Well, let's start by taking a nice, slow inhale through the nose, imagining the light of the sun filling your being. Maybe as you breathe a few rounds, it starts small, as a little light in your heart center. See it spread and grow with each breath until it radiates outside your body, feeling its warmth. Now shift your awareness to the exhale. On the slow release of your exhales, imagine the dark of night. Welcome it in, not as a dark void, but as a vast space for holding the potential of all creation. Feel the openness and the calm. Each inhale and each exhale, half of a whole. Let each breath honor both halves of the equinox. Balance, action, rest. Friend, carry this balance into your week. Notice where you can honor both light and dark, doing and being, effort and ease. If you would like, silently repeat to yourself or just let my words sink in. I welcome balance. I release what no longer serves. I honor the cycles of life. And lastly, friend, offer yourself some gratitude, however it feels right. Thank yourself for taking this pause, for having planted the seeds of the harvest we see now. Thank your body for carrying you to this point. Take a deep breath and let all this settle into your being and let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Friend, welcome a little bit of movement back into the body. Maybe a gentle neck roll or wiggles in the fingers and toes. As you're ready, if you did close your eyes, gently flutter them open. Join me back in this space. My dear friend, I will have these journal prompts also in the description. May this equinox remind you that balance is always possible and that each shift in nature mirrors an opportunity for reflection, growth, and mindful living within yourself. Thank you so much for sharing a piece of your day with me. Stay present, stay kind to yourself, and I will see you soon.